Hi, Emmy.
I am here.
Close the sunshade.
Okay.
Hi, Emmy.
I am here.
Please stop.
Okay. I am here.
Turn off the ambient light.
Okay.
Turn on the ambient light.
Okay.
Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. So finally today I get to install this new power electric sunshade for the new Model Y Juniper. It also has really cool ambient light which matches the ambient light in the new Model Y Juniper, as you can see, and it also has voice command. You can command using your voice, changing the color of the ambient light and close and open the sunshade. So in today's video I'll show you what comes in the box and then step-by-step installation. It should be really simple and straightforward to install, and I had the same sunshade in my older Model Y. Now I get to have a similar sunshade in my Model Y Juniper just in time before the summer comes, and then at the end we'll test it out and see how it looks in the new Model Y Juniper. Now let's go. And here we actually take the sunshade and install in the car. Let's pre-install the rear brackets first. So flip the sunshade. Let me show you real quick. So this is the outside of the sunshade. You won't see this because this will face the top of the glass roof, and this is where you will connect the power for the sunshade, because we have to run the cable from the back all the way on the side and then to the front of the car to connect to the control and the power for the sunshade. So actually the installation of this sunshade only needs the power to power the sunshade itself. It doesn't need to access anything from the car computer at all. So to install the rear bracket, you use the short one with 2 screws holes, as you can see, and then 2 screws. So you just slide it on the slot right here on the rear, as you can see, and just slide it in, and then just use the 2 screws that came in the package and then just screw it into the bracket. Make sure it's all tight, and same thing on the other side. So put 2 screws in and then just tighten up, and we're done with the pre-installation. Okay, before the installation you would need a few extra tools that doesn't come in the package. So first thing first, the wire that will fish the wiring through from the back to the front. So something like this, or you have different kind, that's fine. So fishing wire, and also a long screwdriver, or like myself, I just have regular screwdriver and then I have the extension to it, because when we install the front part of the sunshade, it needs to be long enough to get to the screw. I'll show you later in the video. Alright, now first thing first, let's run the wire first. So we have to open up the seal in the rear hatch or the cargo space. So we have to open this seal right here. So just be careful, there's a little glue on the inside. Just open enough to open up this space, like so. So just space between the body of the car and the plastic on the outside. So just open all the way to probably right here. So that's where we are going to fish the wire through. So first we have to use this pass-through wire first. Just make sure the wire is long enough to connect to pass-through power from a 12-volt socket on the left-hand side. So now we just hide the wiring in between the panel gaps here all the way. Okay, so now we run the power from the back to about this area right here. So you can see I can just easily open the headliner from the back here, and then just use the fishing wire to fish through from back here to the inside. As you can see here, I fished the wire through from the rear to the inside. So there's nothing blocking it, or you could do the other way around, fishing from here to the back. It's the same thing. So just pull it a little bit, and then now we just have to tape it from this end to the wiring that we ran through here. So this end to this wire. One more thing I forgot to mention, you would need an electrical tape. So just tape it up like so, and then just slowly pull it from this end. Make sure this side doesn't stuck. So just push it in from that side too. So before it comes out on this end, make sure you use one of these two. They came in the package, and then kind of twist a little bit and open up the gap. Okay, so you can kind of open up the headliner a little bit, as you can hear the pop, and then just pull it like so, all the way out from the other end. As you can see, it's a lot easier than I thought. Now we just have to push the headliner, this part, back in. Now we have to run it on the inside of the headliner. So hide the wiring on the inside of the headliner all along the way to the side of the car. You can go on the, I think, driver's side, and then just untape the fishing line. And next, just connect the extension cable, and then just hide this extension part on the inside of the headliner. It's a lot of space, a lot more space than I thought it would be. So you just, slowly hide it. I can't just use my hand. As you can see, I don't really need the tools to push the wiring inside the headliner all the way to the front of the car. So that's where we'll be plugging into the power sunshade. I have plenty of wiring left, actually this much, so I have to kind of manage it and then tie it together and then hide it on top of the sunroof. And the next step here, just slide in a front bracket to the front part of the headliner on both sides. I wouldn't slide in all the way yet because we have to reposition it when we install the sunshade. And if you have a hard time putting the bracket, just use one of these two and then open up the headliner a little bit for some more space. Alright, now we are ready to bring in the sunshade. So now we just have to put in the sunshade from the rear hatch. Make sure you fold the rear seat down, and then the bigger size in, which is the front, and then angle a little bit. As you can see, angle it in, and this is the rear right here. So we have to insert in the rear with the pre-installed brackets first. So angle it in and then go on the other side. Okay, now we have to move the sunshade up above the front two seats and then to the front like so. Now we can just leave it about this much. Okay, now we have to insert the rear first. So the pre-installed bracket to the rear, and then use one of two to open up the sunshade, the headliner a little bit, and then push in the bracket like so on both sides. Now before we install the front part, make sure you plug it in first. Okay, make sure to have another person help pushing the sunshade up, and then align the sunshade to the screw on the bracket. Now when the bracket and the sunshade is aligned, just screw it in on both sides. As you can see, now it's locked in place. Now the sunshade installation is done. Let's connect the power. So pull this plug, which is the power to the 16 volt or 12 volt outlet on the left hand side of the rear trunk, and then just unplug it. And then this is the pass-through power from the car to the sunshade. So just plug in the plug from the sunshade, and then plug the car from the car to the sunshade back in like so. Now it should power, and then just put all the wiring back in place. Alright, now the installation is done. Here's the overall look of the sunshade in the Model Y Juniper. Let's take a closer look at the sunshade. And now it's open. As you can see, I couldn't match the color you see to the car, and the ambient light on the sunshade looks pretty good. I think the the color of the sunshade and the headliner, I think it's a shade off. This one a tad too warm, and this one it's a little cooler color on the headliner, but it's not that much different. But it fits pretty good. As you can see here, it fits really well. And this is the front. You have the button in the front, and this is a voice command. So if they also give you the list of voice commands, so I can just call, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
close the sunshade."
Okay.
As you can see, you can either use the button in the front, or you can just use the voice command, but it has to be quite quiet for it to recognize your voice. The sunshade sound, the roller sound itself, it's actually not that loud, and it has a little wrinkles right here, a little bit on mine. Same thing on this side, just a little wrinkle. If you don't like go really close, you won't even see it, but it's close, and the gap looks good, and I don't see a lot of sunlight throughout around the sunshade. Maybe a tiny bit right here, a little space, a little gap, bigger than the rest of it, just in the rear right here, this way. Now let's change the color, test out changing the color of the sunshade. Let's change to green. Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to green.
Okay.
As you can see, it's really effective, the voice command, but it has to be in a quiet environment. Hey Amy,
I am here.
open the sunshade.
Okay.
And of course, you can use the button to close and open. So you press again, it will stop. Press again, it will go, and then stop. Open. Press again, it will stop. So you can, open or close as much as you want. You don't have to open or close all the way. So you will lose a little bit of the glass roof from here to here, and of course a little bit in the front. Not all the way there though, probably this much. Same thing in the back, probably this much. So about a couple inches on the back and the front, and not that much different here. As you can see, that's the end, probably an inch from the side. But for me, I had the same thing. I installed the same thing in my Model Y, the older Model Y, and it has this same function. I love it. Everyone in the car love it, and it works great during the summer. It's safe a lot. Being in the car, it's not that hot, and you can turn on the ambient light. It even works better now, because now I can match the ambient light from the sunshade to the ambient light of the car, because the new Model Y Juniper has the ambient light function in the car. Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to cyan.
Okay.
There you go. You can see now it's matching. I think they give you the whole list of command on the voice command, so you can change to, hey Amy,
I am here.
change to red,
Okay.
change to yellow, change to yellow,
Okay.
change to white,
Okay.
change to blue,
Okay.
change to cyan.
Okay.
There you go. I'll show you again how it looks when it's darker outside, and see how it matches with the ambient light in the car. And here what it looks like in a darker environment. I didn't want to wait until like pitch black, but now you can see a lot better with that ambient light, which is matches the lower and the ambient light in the car. As you can see, looks really cool. It's not, I don't think it's over too much ambient light. It's just about right. As you can see, looks really nice. Love this sunshade, love the look. Here in the lower light environment, you can see even more, even much better with that difference between the color of the headliner and the sunshade. But I don't really mind, to be honest with you. I kind of like the effect of the ambient light better than the difference between the shade of the sunshade and the headliner. As you can see, the sunshade works great and it looks really cool at night. And here's the whole list of commands that you can use with the voice command on this sunshade. So you have to say, "Hi Emmy."
I am here.
And then command. So, "Hi Emmy."
I am here.
Close the sunshade.
Okay.
"Hi Emmy."
I am here.
Please stop.
Okay.
There you go. "Hi Emmy."
I am here.
Close the sunshade.
Okay.
"Hi Emmy."
I am here.
Please stop.
Okay.
So every time you need to command something, you have to say "Hi Emmy" again.
I am here.
Switch to red.
Okay.
So it's quite sensitive when we say, you know, her name. So these are all the color that you can switch, and then all the command you can also reduce the brightness of the ambient lights too. You can also use the voice command to turn on, turn off the ambient light. "Hi Emmy."
I am here.
Turn off the ambient light.
Okay.
Turn on the ambient light.
Okay.
As you can see in the video, this new electric sunshade for the Model Y Juniper is really easy and simple to use. You can use both the button right here to close and open, or you can use the voice command as I demo in the video to close, open, and to stop the sunshade. Also change the ambient light, turn on, turn off, and change to any colors you want to match the color of the ambient light in the car. As you can see, looks really cool, easy to use, and the installation was really simple. Just follow step by step in this video. It should take about 30 to 45 minutes to install, but you definitely need help, a friend to help, you know, pushing this one up while you put in the screw to lock the sunshade in place. Otherwise, really straightforward. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this new electric sunshade for the new Model Y Juniper, and I'll make sure to put the link of this new sunshade in the description down below, and special discount code for you too. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Make sure to click like if you like the video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome content like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.